go. Alright, I have a kitty on my lap, so we're just gonna have to make do. She was meowing at me, and she's like, I definitely want to be in this video, so say hi, Dixie. Yeah, sweetie. Okay. Alright, so in today's live video, first one in a while, I've been so busy lately, oh my gosh. But that's okay, I'm kind of back in the swing of things. A lot of it was I had to finish up the business program that I was in, and one of the things that it left me with was with actually a pretty substantial reading list. I was sometimes in like these live Zoom clinics, and people would be throwing ideas around and throwing resources around, and I was keeping a running list of the different books that people were talking about, and that people had gotten a lot of really good tips and tricks and mindset things and all sorts of stuff. So I was like, once the program pretty much ended, I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just going to get on Amazon and I'm going to start purchasing some of these books because, well, there's camping, there's laying out in the backyard on a reclining chair or something like that. I want to actually spend some of the summer and like attack some of this reading list and see what I can get from it. Alongside with that was, I kept hearing the name Tony Robbins come up over and over and over again from all sorts of people, all walks of life, all different types of businesses, and I was like, okay, who is this guy and how can I make his teachings work for me? Well, I don't know if you've ever heard of Tony Robbins before, but he basically owns like a bunch of different like a coaching program platform. So like where mine is pretty specific about what I do, his is, okay, so we've got this department for health, we've got this department for relationships, we've got this department for business, we've got this department for just mindset, like for anybody. So, wow, super flattering, kitty. He also has a podcast, a pretty lengthy one, like a lot of dozens and dozens of episodes dating back to 2017, and I was like, okay, I think I'm going to start there because I am current on some of my other podcasts. Let's see what he's all about. And I listened to one episode and then 3 episodes, and now I'm hooked. So, but he talks about a lot of different subject areas and stuff, and brings on a lot of guests, experts in different fields, and I was like, whoa, he's a really good speaker. So basically from those 2 different places, I've started formulating, I guess, how I'm going to attack this reading list and kind of where I want to go in my own self-development so that I can pass on so much wisdom to you all as well. And I'm starting here. So, and of course I was looking at different books and resources that Tony Robbins himself has. I haven't gotten to any of those yet. I've looked at the list and I was like, well, I kind of want to start with this stuff first. So in the Tony Robbins podcast, he started the first few episodes by interviewing this gentleman by the name of Ray Dalio, who's big in the investing world, owns Bridgewater, which is like an investing firm type of thing, and he was promoting this book right here, Principles, which basically, in the way that he describes it in the podcast, is that he has a set of principles that he lives by, that he was working by. He's like retired now. And now that he is, has transitioned into retirement, at least I assume so, at least at the time of that podcast he was, that he doesn't feel the need to keep these things a secret anymore, the secrets of doing business, that kind of thing. He'd rather pass on this knowledge to the world in hopes that other people can start to live by them. So I went and purchased this book, secondhand actually, which I did all of the book purchases, I did them secondhand for a reason I'll get to in a moment. And I found out that this is actually one of 2 books, I guess. There's one, this one's called Life and Work, and then the other one is for investing, which is always something that's been a little bit of an interest in mine, and I fully intend on getting into more of it. So I am about, let's see, how far did I get? I did a little bit of reading yesterday. I got to page 44. It's heavy reading. It is. And the first part of it is very autobiographical, but like I feel like I'm learning a lot more about finance and just like the history of the state of finances over the last handful of decades in U.S. economics. And I feel like learning more about that will help me get some more smarts in the business world and finance and in finances and the economy. Just, I don't know, just as a business owner, a double business owner now, I feel like the more that I can learn about that, the more of an edge it'll give me as I continue my career as a business owner. So, so this one's definitely more of like, to me anyways, like the textbook. That's the way I'm sort of handling it. What I plan to do here, I'm basically using this episode right here to introduce to you what my reading list is, and then as I finish each one of these books, I plan to kind of give you an oral book report on what I thought, if I'd recommend it, who I'd recommend it for, like if you're looking to learn more about this, or get better at this, or improve your mindset in this is for you. So basically I'm just kind of introducing you what my plan is, and those will be the subsequent book reports that follow. So, Principles by Ray Dalio is already starting. Okay, other ones that have been recommended to me, and I think all of these have been recommended more than one time over by like a few different people in some of those conference calls I was in. This is called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, right here. This one I did buy secondhand, and nope, this is not the one. See, I buy these secondhand in hopes that somebody has already read through them, written notes in the margin, highlighted, underlined, because I'm curious about what other people have found as useful knowledge. And, at least I have this problem when I read, sometimes I kind of zone out and I look at the words, I'm reading the words, but I'm not necessarily processing them. I had this issue actually a lot in my school years, and like I'd get like to the end of the chapter and I'd be like, wait, I have no idea what I just read, and I had to like reread stuff. So I was kind of hoping that having like the underlines and highlights, that it would just kind of like jolt me out of that, so I could be like, wait, pay attention to this is important, you know. This one doesn't have it, but here, I'm just going to read the back here. In The Big Leap, the New York Times bestselling author Gay Hendricks reveals a simple yet comprehensive program for overcoming our one barrier to happiness and fulfillment, providing a clear path for achieving our true potential and attaining not only financial success, but success in love and life. So already we're kind of addressing a few different areas of wellness here, and this looks like kind of fast reading. It's decently big font, almost double spaced, and it's only 200 and... wait, that's an appendix, hang on. To the end of the conclusion, we are at 201 pages. I feel like this one will go really fast, so that's kind of cool. Okay, next one. This one's called Living Forward. I definitely heard about this from a few different people. It's by Michael Hyatt and Daniel Harkavy. Subtitle is A Proven Plan to Stop Drifting and Get the Life You Really Want. The subtitle was actually what really drew me forward into getting this one and making this among my top few that I was going to read. Stop drifting. I feel like most of us out there are drifting. We've got, we're into adulthood, we've got this set life, we've got a significant other, we've got a home, we've got a family, we've got a career, and it's just, here's a day, here's another day, here's another day, here's another day, here's a day, here's a weekend, it's over like that, and here's another day, here's another day. And it's just like this endless cycle, and we're getting older, and our people around us are getting older, and things don't really change, and we go along with that and suddenly feel stuck. Or if we don't feel stuck, we feel super, super comfortable with nothing changing, and we're like okay with that. But what if there's something more? What if deep down inside we are craving something more? I feel like a book like this really can help to answer that question and show us how to go forward from that. So, here we go. Okay. But all the drama and demands we face seem to get in the way of our dreams, don't they? We're unsure about how to take our lives from where we are now to where we want to be in the next 5, 10, or even 50 years. We know we are meant for more, but it seems like the days are slipping by and we can't do anything about it. It shouldn't be like this, and it doesn't have to be. New York Times bestselling author Michael Hyatt and executive coach, back to another coach thing, Daniel Harkavy, have both lived the very same way, but they rewrote the ending. And their new book, Living Forward, will help you do the same thing. In this step-by-step guide, Hyatt and Harkavy share simple but proven principles to help you stop drifting, design a life plan with the end in mind, and chart a path that will take you there. And you can work the process in just one day. Wait, what? One day? Now I'm intrigued. Imagine trading just 24 hours for the life you really want. It's possible, and Living Forward shows you how. So that's an interesting hook. I'm intrigued. Of course, I read all this before, but like, it's almost like, I'm reliving that thought here right in front of you. Okay, so this is also, larger font, a lot of spacing, a lot of bullet statements. I don't know if you can see that there. It seems like it's whiting out a little bit. There we go. And how many pages do we have here? Before the notes, 198 pages. Okay, so they're saying about 24 hours of reading. I don't know. I might be able to get through in a bit less. So it sounds to me like there's probably some implementable action steps, which I look for in resources. And when I create resources, I do the same thing, because you can read a book. It can change the way you might think of a couple things, but if you really want action from a book, it's got to be able to provide you with implementable action steps. So, Living Forward. I'm actually really looking forward to this one as well. And the fourth one that I wanted to talk about today is called The Slight Edge. Also a bestseller. This is by Jeff Olson. The subtitle is Turning Simple Disciplines into Massive Success and Happiness. Alright, the slight edge is a way of thinking that enables you to make the daily choices that will lead you to the success and happiness you desire. Learn why some people make dream after dream come true, while others just continue dreaming and spend their lives building dreams for someone else. That's a pretty profound statement if you think about it. Like, we all have people that we either know personally or admire in the background, where it's like, wow, this person is living the most amazing life. It must be just so fulfilling to be them. And then you start to wonder if all that's true, or if it's just a facade. You know, how much of that is actually true? How many people have actually gotten there by age whatever, like where they're living the life they absolutely want? And, that their happiness is actually genuine and sustainable. Like, we start to question whether that's actually a thing, I guess. But, anyways, I'd like to think it's possible. I'd like to think I'm personally getting there, too. Like, it's not perfect, but compared to, like, say, 3, 4, or 5 years ago, oh my gosh, like, so much better. But, like, I like to think that this is still a process, that I'm not there yet, that there's still things to do to get there and to ensure that it's going to be sustainable for the long term. That's precisely why I got these books, too. And then, of course, why I want to pass them, the information from them along, in a little summary in hopes that they could work for you as well. Anyways, there's more. There's more to this, actually. While others just continue dreaming and spend their lives building dreams for someone else. Okay, so are you building a dream for someone else? I mean, I would say the initial idea to this is, okay, so we are working hard to provide for maybe our children, okay? You're building a dream for someone else, or are you ensuring that they know and are learning how to build the dreams for themselves too? It's a pretty deep question. But I think what they might be talking about here, now I'm guessing because I haven't read this yet, but like building dreams for someone else, it could possibly be referring to the work that you're in. Is your work building somebody else's dream? I know mine is, absolutely. But like, do you get something out of that too? Is it satisfying for you to be building somebody else's dream? Is that what keeps you going each day? Is that a good thing, or is that draining you? Like, I feel like it's going to be addressing some of that as well. The Slight Edge is not just another self-help tool for traveling the path to success. It is the doorway to creating powerful results in any area of your life by using tools you already hold within you. Interesting. So, yeah, to me, I think they're connected, but they're all a little bit different, I guess. I think the most different one right there is Principles. Like I said, that's very, very heavy reading. That was not on my reading list until I listened to that podcast. So, I would say if you want to learn more about that one, because I feel like if I start discussing that one like I did the others, I probably won't be doing it even a little bit of justice. I would say if you want the best summary about what that stuff is all about, I'd say get into the Tony Robbins podcast, listen to one episode, and you'll see what I mean. So, had me pretty excited just from that. So, like, I feel like even though I listened to it about 3 weeks ago, like, I won't even scratch the surface, but that episode will. So, so off we go. I definitely look forward to carving out, in a nice way here, some free time to allow myself to dig into these a bit and give you some very, very valuable knowledge about how to allow something like a book to do the same for you. And then, of course, up-leveling myself, getting myself better so that I can pass on such worthwhile knowledge to each and every one of you that's willing to be open and receiving of it. So here we go. If anybody has any questions about these, let me know. I bought them secondhand on Amazon for anywhere between $5 and like $12, so like I didn't spend much, even though some of them are hardback, and I definitely didn't pay like regular price for them all. But like I said, I have my own reasons. So, all right. Well, I'll let you go, and I will see you a little bit later on in the week. Have a good one.